It's a very, very troubling environment because Me Too has a lot of good elements to it. I think to flesh out sexual harassment or worse, sexual assault, the way it's being done, to some extent is very appropriate. The problem is that emotion is now substituting for due process. And if you're accused, before you have the ability to even speak up on your behalf, and before the rules even kick in to give you a fair hearing, you are condemned, you are fired, you are vilified.
The whole MeToo movement. Michael Jackson getting accused after his death. Guilty as charged? The MeToo movement can be a problem. When Leaving Neverland aired on HBO, I didn't believe the documentary for 1 second due to the fact that I knew about Wade Robson even before he was interviewed for the documentary. Once I found out Wade Robson was going to be in Leaving Neverland, I knew the documentary was going to be filled with lies, and it was only going to have word of mouth and no evidence to support the claims. I did a video talking about his court case, in which he lost in the Michael Jackson estate. This was back in 2017, even though my video was from 2018. It was to talk about the year in review, and one of them was about Wade Robson. 2017 was the year the whole MeToo movement took off. That same year, Harvey Weinstein was accused of sexual misconduct. This led to other people to accuse famous celebrities of sexual misconduct, including Kevin Spacey, Louis C.K., Al Franken, and others. Vox has quite a bit of list of celebrities and other people that got accused of sexual misconduct as a result of the MeToo movement. However, Michael Jackson is not on the list. Why? That's because he died in 2009, so they didn't count him. Plus, the list goes only to December of 2018. Some people would like to put him on the list because of Leaving Neverland. These people believe Michael Jackson is guilty just because they feel the documentary is true. The MeToo movement has always been, if you get accused of sexual misconduct of any kind, which Michael Jackson has, you are considered guilty. Here is the problem though. Not everybody is guilty. My stories about me getting accused in 2014 and Michael Jackson getting accused back in 2003 are indicators on how people can be wrong about a person getting accused of sexual misconduct and believe in guilt over innocence. I did my own rebuttal video to prove my innocence this year, and Michael Jackson was found not guilty in 2005. The difference was the accusations believed to have happened the same year that we got accused. The MeToo movement works differently though. The MeToo movement is a group that believes if you get accused of sexual misconduct that happened 5 or more years ago, you are guilty. People are getting accused years or even decades after the alleged sexual misconduct happened. Harvey Weinstein got accused in 2017 by tons of accusers, and these accusers alleged that the sexual misconducts happened from 1980 to 2015. Now, some of those accusations happened within 5 years. However, most of the accusations are over 5 years old. I understand if there is evidence against him, but why wasn't he accused back in the 1980s by some accusers? However, you all know what happened when he got accused. More celebrities got accused as more accusers came out. The MeToo movement peaked once that happened. In 2018, Dan Reed decided to take advantage of the movement as he tracked down Wade Robson and James Safechuck to do the documentary which aired on HBO back in March of 2019, Leaving Neverland. Once it aired, the MeToo movement supported Wade Robson and James Safechuck by considering them victims and believed Michael Jackson was guilty of sexual misconduct. However, that don't mean that any of the accusations against Michael Jackson in Leaving Neverland are true. I don't consider Wade Robson and James Safechuck real victims because they did not prove their cases in a court of law. The MeToo movement has to realize that not all accusations are true. Anybody can lie and take advantage of the movement. Leaving Neverland is one of those examples. The whole MeToo movement is being duped by this documentary. Leaving Neverland was one of the reasons why I stopped judging people that were accused of any crime before any trial had happened. Most people like to judge somebody that gets accused of a crime before there even is a trial and say that they're automatically guilty. The MeToo movement is just like that, and that is the biggest problem I have with the movement.
There's something wrong with that. We've had other movements in American history where emotion and passion replaced due process, replaced fairness. And I'm talking about the Salem witch trials. I'm talking about the anti-communist movement. I'm talking about rounding up Japanese on the eve of World War II. America in its history has had phases where passionate movements take off and due process, fundamental fairness, the Constitution takes second fiddle. And we have to be very careful right now because some of that's going on.
We all need to wait until a guilty verdict has been announced before considering the accusers victims, because not all accusers are telling the truth. Wade Robson and James Safechuck accused Michael Jackson when he was already dead. You can't consider Wade and James victims because they made one mistake. They didn't accuse Michael Jackson when he was alive in a court of law. It's no contest. In conclusion, the MeToo movement has to be wiser and pick which accusers are telling the truth. All accusers don't tell the truth. Only real victims do. I have already talked about why Wade Robson and James Safechuck were not telling the truth in several videos. Check those out if you are a MeToo movement supporter. Not everybody accused is innocent, but not everyone that is accused is guilty either. Michael Jackson was never proven guilty and never will. Next time on Moonwalker Mondays, I will talk about Michael Jackson's real first accuser, Evan Chandler. It will be why his influence has caused Michael Jackson to be accused of child molestation to this very day. Thanks for watching. If you are interested in more Michael Jackson videos, please subscribe and click on the bell for notifications on new videos.